Well, good morning. I just want to share a very short reflection with you today, which has come about after I've had a couple of encounters this week which have really struck me in terms of my thinking about how I learn from those who are younger than me. Often we expect our elders to be the ones that impart wisdom to us, don't we? And so often our elders are, and we need to listen to them and respect their life experience and the wisdom they have. But we need to be careful too not to dismiss those who are younger, and often a lot younger. Yesterday I had the delight of meeting up with one of the mums that comes to our TOTS group at St Giles and also comes to mini church, and I met up with her and her little 2-year-old. This little 2-year-old is absolutely delightful. And I learned so much from her just on that walk. We had a walk together. What did I learn? Well, first of all, I just learnt that everything can be joyful. She took delight in so many things. She had her little welly boots on and we spent time just jumping. Well, she spent the time. I didn't do the jumping because I didn't have welly boots, but jumping in puddles. And we spent quite a lot of time for her to do that because it was just fun. I mean, usually we try to avoid puddles, don't we? But she embraced them. She enjoyed them. We spent time listening to the birds. And she chatted away. And she just enjoyed what was there. So much of that might have just passed me by if I hadn't been with her. Another thing I was reminded of and learnt when I was with her was the way she just accepted and was delighted to see me. She doesn't know me very well, but she knew she was going for a walk with me. And she said, "Hello, Hannah," and she was very excited and pleased to see me and to talk to me. She just accepted me. That wonderful childlike enjoyment, appreciation of the things that are, that wonderful childlike acceptance taught me so much. She'll never know that probably, but she did. How often do you spend time or look at or observe small children and think, what can I learn from them? Jesus, of course, talked about us being like little children. He knew that actually they have so much to teach us. And there's one other person I just want to talk to you about briefly, and that is my spiritual director. Every few months I meet with somebody who is known as my spiritual director, just to talk through how I am, what's going on in my life, my work, all those kinds of things. And he helps me to reflect on where God is in all of that for me. Usually, up until a couple of years ago, I've always had a spiritual director who's a fair bit older than me. And that's always been very helpful, and they've had more wisdom and experience, and that's been useful. But my spiritual director at the moment is quite a lot younger than me. I'm not absolutely sure how old he is, but I would think probably mid-30s to early 40s, maybe even younger than that. It's a little bit hard to tell. But he's definitely quite a lot younger. And yet he has so much wisdom to give me. I could be guilty in some ways of thinking, well, what am I going to be able to learn from him? He's not had the length of time in terms of life experience that I've had. But he's had his own life experience, and he has learned, and he has read, and he has so much to give. And I've been so challenged by that recognition that actually I can learn at his feet. And I just wanted to reflect on that with you, really, and just to help you to think about, who is it that I learn from? Who is it that helps me to grow? And whilst I'm sure that for many of us, that might be people who've been our elders, for many of you who maybe are the elders, you might also resonate with me saying, well, actually now you also learn from the young. But let's all embrace that opportunity to learn from the young. as well as the older. Not only the young adults, but also the child or the teenager, as well as, of course, the young adults and our elders. God gives us so many people to learn from, and it's good to be open to receiving from them all. Maybe next time you see a small child, you might just be reminded and think, what can I learn from this child today? God bless you.